We have the newspapers in the studio. Would want to take a look at them. We'll start with the Daily Graphic.
Yeah, they've been on a long holiday, haven't they? This is the Daily Graphic newspaper front page. $350 million donor support coming. Flowing IMF assistance comes with a picture of Seth Terkper on the front page of the paper, but full story you can read on page 3. Also, Methodist Church seeks bailout to pay debts of its university. This is one definitely of interest. Ghana got some relief. The Methodist Church is also looking for page 16. That's where the story is. Just a bit for you so we can get a better understanding of it. It says, oh, and there's a smiley picture of the Most Reverend Professor Emmanuel Asante, presiding bishop of the Methodist Church. Let me just show it to you there. Right there, but the story is not a smiley one. It says that the Methodist Church of Ghana is seeking an urgent financial bailout from its members across the country to support the church's university, the Methodist University College in Accra. In that connection, the church has compulsorily levied all its societies to pay between 2,000 Ghana cedis and 70,000 Ghana cedis or more, depending on the size of the society, to help defray a huge debt sitting on the books of the Methodist University College. Okay, so how are they really running this university? Because it's a private university, they charge a lot more than the public universities. We'll see how the relief comes. Fraga oil supports Amfuaga. Another story, then police intensify search for 3 Denu fugitives. This full story is on page 16. And you see on the front page 2 of them captured. But let me go to 16 so I know exactly what the story is talking about. Still in the Daily Graphic newspaper, it says that 3 out of the 7 suspects who escaped from the Denu police cells are still at large. Remember, there were 7 guys who escaped. They are Albert Asada and Togbachuku Obina, both Nigerians, and Edem Komala, a Ghanaian. Those who have been arrested so far are Stanley Wada, Kabi, Kweku Azasu, Linus Ashite, and the 4th person whose name was given only as George. So on Sunday, March 15, 2015, 7 suspected criminals were in lawful custody at the Denu police station for various offenses, and we know that they escaped. Now they have 4 of them, 3 more to go. But I believe in the Ghana Police Service, they will get them, because this 4th person, we're told, was caught somewhere in Togo, and it was a combination of the Ghana police and Togo police officials who did that. So we'll get them, just be rest assured. Back page of the Daily Graphic, STC signs agreement for staff training. Another story on the back page of the Daily Graphic, and that will be it for the paper in terms of the headlines. Roland.
Front page of the Daily Guide has a story. I told Jonathan he will lose. We have a picture there of Prophet TV Joshua and President Goodluck Jonathan. And Mama Pat targets 85% votes. Why I joined the MPP race. You have a picture there of Kojo Opong Nkrumah, and Kojo Opong Nkrumah speaks. We have Kempon's flashy car in an accident over the weekend. And the back page gives you a full detail as to how the accident happened, etc. Shaban Kwe of Hearts of Oak threatens to shoot Hearts player, and Ajiman Bedu blesses Biadan Orphanage. So those are the stories we have on the front and back pages of the paper, The Daily Guide.
Okay, all right, I'll do the Ghanaian Times now. Front page of the paper, bribery and corruption, Catholic bishops warn Ghanaians. We all take part in this. We all do it. If you're looking for a school for your child, you want to pay a little so that the school will take your child. You go to an office, you want to process a document, and you see that there are lots of people, it's going to take a while, you offer to give something. That is all bribery and corruption. We all do it. And the Catholic bishops are warning all of us. This is not just a government matter. Gas explosion at Dansuman, 2 injured. We reported on that extensively yesterday. Banner headline, murder of chief driver at Aduejiri. I'm sure you remember that incident. The chief and his driver who returned from a funeral were told that 3 suspects have been grabbed now for questioning by the police. Accra Mayor advocates law for Sanitation Day. And this is it. I saved it for last. Fun galore climaxes Easter festivities. For those of you who went to the beaches, who went for the picnics and things like that, you did enjoy yourself, but you're welcome back to a fresh hard-working week. Back page of the Times. Whole butchers protest against increase in slaughter fees. How much more are they charging them? So a large number of people who flocked to the Whole slaughterhouse last week, Wednesday, April 1, to purchase meat for the Easter celebrations were met with the unexpected. It was not an April Fool affair. Rather, the workers had laid down their tools in protest against new slaughter fees introduced by the Veterinary Services Department. Okay, so here are the breakdown of that. With the new specifications from the department, the slaughter fee for a cow, which hitherto was 1 cedi 90 pesos, is now 10 Ghana cedis, while the fee for slaughtering a goat or a sheep has been raised from 1 Ghana cedi to 4 Ghana cedis. Okay, so that's what the protest is about. Very interesting story, but it's a serious one. Central Tongue Assembly clears water hyacinths along river banks. There's Miss Mary Theodora Agbenu, who is the district, as the chief executive of the district's, featured on the back page of the paper. That's it for the Ghanaian Times, Roland.
Okay, so we have on the front page of the Finder. Toll bricks down again. Doomsaw non-maintenance to blame and needs $37.7 million to resolve problem. We have AMA boss, Lambas spare parts dealers, and then we have banks must be resilient. Final year, SHS student dies from snake bites. Those are the stories we have.
That's a very sad story.
Yes, on the front page of the Finder.
All right, let's do some business now. I've got the Business and Financial Times newspaper front page. Donors fund 87% of health infrastructure. Windfall for shareholders as banks make record profits of 1.4 billion Ghana cedis. That's plenty of money. Public shunned private SHS, we're told, and this story put together by Benson Afo says, while student enrollment at basic private schools continue to increase steadily in the country, preference for private secondary schools, on the other hand, continues to drop. A data analysis by the Oxford Business Group 2014 reports has shown. So there's a breakdown of it. You can read the details in the paper. Let's see what's on the back page of the paper. Airtel Money crosses 1.5 million mark. Vivo Energy to sell proportion of shares. And Reggie Manuel Gray showcases Katamanso housing projects. These are the headlines on the back and front page in the Business and Financial Times newspaper. Roland, what have you got?
Front page of, I believe, the last paper we're looking at, the Business Day newspaper. GNPC owes Ghana over 6.5 million Ghana cedis. Is about a company that is owned by GNPC that needs to pay royalties of this amount and hasn't been paid. And so the paper concludes that GNPC owes government. Banks rip off customers of POS charges. Just POS means point of sale charges. And we have other numbers, market numbers there, especially the Forex and the interbank rates also up there as far as the front page of the Business Day Ghana newspaper is concerned. We also have sports at the back page of the Business Day newspaper.
Okay, so just a quick update on the Kenyan situation, because we shared a bit yesterday. We've been talking about it here on our show. Yesterday we saw Kenya's Air Force bombing some Al-Shabaab bases in Somalia. This follows militants group on slaughter on Garissa University last week, which left some 148 people dead. So this is in Kenya. I'm picking this from bbc.com. Just before we wrap up, let me go to myjoyonline.com. This story is also making headlines. myjoyonline.com. Okay. All right. So it says 8 injured in Sushin chieftaincy clashes. The story says that 8 people have been left injured in a chieftaincy dispute in Sushin in the New Jaban municipality of the Eastern Region Monday. The violence follows a visit by the Vice President Kwesi Emesa Arthur to one of the factions yesterday. You can read a lot more stories on myjoyonline.com. So that'll be it for the newspapers. But you have the Kotoko Express, which means we're linking up straight away to sports. The fans of Kotoko are not happy.
They couldn't qualify to the next stage of the tournament in which they were participating in on the African continent, despite them having the best coach, quote unquote, in Ghana around.
Hello. Is that like, are you making an analysis of the coach?
Yeah, he started to be the best coach around.
Okay, yeah, well, but listen, football is a game. You either win, you draw, or you lose, and that's what has happened. But the Kotoko is apologizing. We'll see if the if the supporters will take that apology.
Well.